Today, all of us are becoming increasingly aware of how we affect our environment. The air we breathe, the water so necessary for life, the energy required to power our civilization have all been impacted by humanity's increasing demand on what Mother Nature can give. Instead, we must consider the environment as part of our economy, health, and community, all working together and affecting what we call the green lifestyle. A healthier environment means healthier lives for all of us. Welcome to Designing Spaces Think Green, a special edition of the show that's all about you, your space, and living a green lifestyle. I'm Ted Brunson. Today we'll meet experts who are going to help us live more energy efficient. We're also going to maintain healthier homes, and we're going to take a fascinating look at recycling appliances. The goal of all this, of course, is to treat our environment as a contributor to our economy, our health, and our general well-being. Today we have a great lineup of topics to help you and your family live a more eco-friendly lifestyle. So let's get started and think green. An energy-efficient home not only reduces utility costs, but it also puts a lot less stress on the environment. Rhonda Castagna got together with an energy expert and took a look around one home that showed how we can all be more energy efficient.
A typical household has 40 appliances and electrical devices continuously drawing power, which spends more than $2,200 a year on energy bills. By using Energy Star products, you can cut your bills by a third. So Think Green got together with Denise Durrett, who is an energy expert from U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and she's going to show us how to save on our electricity bill, but also reduce our carbon footprint as well. So welcome to Designing Spaces, Denise.
Thank you.
Now, what you're about to tell us is going to be good news for every homeowner because everybody wants to live in a more efficient home. But why should we care about energy efficiency?
The average house is responsible for twice as many greenhouse gas emissions as the average car. So using less electricity in our homes is going to actually help cut down on those greenhouse gas emissions. So being energy efficient in our homes not only cuts down on our energy bills, but it also is an important step in addressing climate change.
What exactly is Energy Star?
Energy Star is the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's mark of superior energy efficiency.
Well, let's take a look around this home, Denise, at all of the electrical appliances and devices that they have that are Energy Star qualified, things that you would find in any typical home.
Let's do that.
So, Denise, I've heard that kitchens use a lot of energy. Is that true?
That is true because one of the major workhorses in our home, our refrigerator, is found in the kitchen. It's run continuously, so it's constantly using electricity. The main thing is if you're purchasing a new one, look for one that's earned the Energy Star, and you'll see the Energy Star label on the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
An Energy Star qualified refrigerator uses less energy than a 60-watt light bulb run continuously. Another thing is, remember what Mom said, close the door. There's no need to keep it open. You're wasting electricity.
All right, what about something like this, the dishwasher?
Well, the dishwasher is another important area to save energy because you're saving not only electricity but water as well. So there are some strategies to save energy and water when using them. One, you want to make sure you wash only full loads. You want to use your air dry instead of heat dry setting.
All right, well, let's take a look at some other appliances in this home.
All right, let's do that. So right here in our home office, if you have Energy Star qualified office equipment and you enable the power management features on your computer and monitor, you can save over $380 in energy costs over the lifetime of the product. And if every computer and monitor in U.S. homes were to sleep when they're not in use, we could save about $8 million a year in energy costs, and that would reduce greenhouse gas emissions equal to those from about 1 million cars.
Well, let's go take a look at the part of the home that I think uses the most energy.
Okay. Heating and cooling accounts for nearly half of the average home's annual energy use. And depending on where you live, replacing your old heating and cooling equipment with a new system that has earned the Energy Star can help you save more than $200 a year on your energy bills. Maintenance of your heating and cooling system is as important as maintaining your car. So what you want to do is pre-season checkups. So in the spring, have a contractor come out and inspect your cooling system for the summer, and then in the fall have a contractor inspect your heating system for the winter. Another thing to remember is that dirt and neglect are the #1 causes of system failure and inefficiencies. So you want to make sure that you check these air filters for dirt. once a month. If it's dirty, you should change it. So you can save about $180 a year by properly using a programmable thermostat.
Okay.
What this does is it regulates your home's temperature when you're at home, away, or asleep. Energy Star qualified clothes washers actually help use less water as well as energy, up to 50% less water and 30% less energy per load to wash and dry your clothes. So it cuts down substantially on your electricity use.
Very smart.
So we're here in the utility room with another major workhorse of the house, our water heater. So for example, Energy Star does qualify water heaters now. And an Energy Star qualified water heater can save you about $100 a year on utility bills, and over its lifetime about $1,000. So that's a major chunk of change there.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, Denise. I just have one more question for you. Does style and energy efficiency coexist together?
Definitely. You don't have to sacrifice style to be energy efficient.
So where can we find out more about Energy Star?
Visit EnergyStar.gov and you'll find a listing of all of the products that Energy Star qualifies.
Well, thank you so much for giving us this energy efficiency home tour, Denise.
You're welcome.
And you can also review any part of this show again by visiting our website at designingspaces.tv and just click under the Think Green section. We'll also put a link to EPA's website on our website as well. For Designing Spaces Think Green, I'm Rhonda Castagna.
The HVAC system in your home takes up the most energy and costs the most money, but with recent innovations in heating and cooling, things are changing for the better. But how well do we really know our air conditioning unit? And when it's time to make an upgrade, what's best for your home? Well, Amati Manj sat down with an expert and found out some very interesting stuff. Check it out.
The HVAC system is the largest contributor to your energy bill and the sole provider of comfort to everyone inside. Today, Think Green is in this home for a reason. It is equipped with the highest technology in HVAC. A new system has replaced the old, and the energy bills have gone down. Now that's thinking green. Today on Think Green, we have Dana Clark from Nordyne, a company making energy-efficient AC systems, including the IQ Drive, which is the most efficient AC system out there. Welcome to Think Green.
Well, thank you for having me. Marty, if you haven't been doing any research or seriously shopping for a new heating and air conditioning system, let's say within the past 5 years, you'd be very surprised to discover just how well the latest technology can create a very comfortable indoor environment for you. We're going to look at some technology that not only is very energy efficient, can provide more stable, more balanced temperatures inside your home, but it also performs all of its duties while being very quiet.
You mentioned better air balance. How does that work in the HVAC system?
I think you'd be surprised to find out that roughly 80% of all homes in the United States actually have an incorrectly sized heating and air conditioning system. And part of the problem with having an incorrectly sized system will create poor indoor air quality. The system will be very inefficient, and you'll either have a condition where the system runs nonstop and never seems to shut off, or it will start and stop, start and stop. The IQ Drive air conditioner heat pump actually thinks while it's in operation. It pretty much decides what is the most optimal point that I need to be operating at so that you get the greatest level of comfort inside your home. A big factor in terms of indoor air quality inside your home has a lot to do with humidity control. And part of the specialty of IQ Drive equipment is humidity control inside your home.
Now, what should we look for in a contractor to make sure that the system is getting properly installed?
That's a great question. It's very important that you select a contractor that understands the importance of doing a complete load calculation for the heating and air conditioning system that your home would require. You also want to look for a contractor that will hold any current state, local, or federal licensing. I think it's also very important that you look for a contractor that stays current with any industry certification or special factory certification. That way you know that they have the training that helps to make them a specialist in the heating and air conditioning equipment that you would have installed in your home. And you really want to try to avoid anyone that would want to give you an estimate over the telephone.
What are some of the other tips that we can give our homeowners as far as choosing the best possible HVAC system for their home?
You want to get the highest energy efficiency that you can afford. Air conditioners are rated by SEER, heat pumps are rated by SEER as well as HSPF. And that's really like miles per gallon on a car. The higher the number, the greater the energy efficiency. You want to ensure that your system has been properly sized for your home. You want to look for features like variable speed or multi-stage operation. That will allow the equipment to not only be efficient, but run quietly and provide good indoor air quality and provide more balanced temperatures throughout the home. You want to look for things like a good long warranty. Think about long-term energy cost savings. Always do your research.
Thanks, Dana. Those tips were very helpful. Now, how does a homeowner get educated on the cooling and heating processes, and of course, which systems are eco-friendly and are more efficient?
There's a lot of great opportunities out there. EnergyStar.gov. Certainly there are manufacturers' websites. There's also IQDrive.net. That's a really good one as well.
Terrific tips. Thank you so much, Dana.
Sure.
You can also find that link on designingspaces.tv, where you can click on the Think Green section to see this part of the show again. Of course, you can use this information to make your home more comfortable and energy efficient. For Designing Spaces Think Green, I'm Mari Monge in Parkland, Florida.
We all want clean water and a healthier ecosystem. We also want to find ways to lower our costs of living while maintaining efficient households. The technologies are here now, and they're improving our lifestyles and the environment.
Doing what we can to help our environment is important to all of us. By making a modification to our lifestyle, not only are we helping the planet, we're living more efficient, sustainable lifestyles. Even the utility companies are feeling the crunch to operate more cleanly and provide electricity for an ever-increasing demand. Think Green discovered one company that's turned to helping others live a greener lifestyle by recycling an antiquated appliance we're all familiar with, the refrigerator. Think Green is here in Stowe, Ohio, where an old refrigerator is being picked up for recycling. It's a 20-plus-year-old energy hog that uses 3 to 4 times the electricity of an Energy Star appliance that's manufactured today. This is Amanda. She's got a refrigerator that's ready to be recycled. And I think this refrigerator is old enough that the avocado color is coming back in style. So what finally made you decide to get rid of it?
Actually, my husband and I bought this house about 4 months ago, and we had new appliances installed. And this was just one of the old refrigerators that we had. Put it in the garage, no use for it.
And they're willing to come and take this off your hands for nothing?
Yes.
And send you a $50 check?
And I get $50.
Yeah, and I imagine you're going to save a lot of money on your electricity bill.
Absolutely.
Well, how'd you hear about the program?
Actually, I heard about the program. We got a statement for our electric bill, and it was on the back of our statement.
Oh, okay. Well, you must be ready to get rid of it?
Let's get it out of here.
This is the Jayco Environmental Recycling Facility in Stowe, Ohio, where we are about to see Amanda's old refrigerator demanufactured. And with us as our guide through that process is Michael Dunham. Michael is the Director of Energy and Environmental Programs at Jayco Environmental. And Michael, thanks for having Designing Spaces Think Green here at the facility.
Well, thank you for coming.
Before we get started with the tour, could you tell us a little bit about the appliance recycling program?
We designed this program about 10 or 11 years ago, and it started out in California. And we were targeting old refrigerators and freezers people had in their garage or their basement. Typically, they use 3 to 4 times as much electricity as one made today.
Wow.
And they're also environmental time bombs. So it's very important that we bring them in here and demanufacture them properly. We separate the steel, the copper, the aluminum, the plastic, the glass shelves, and then we take the polyurethane foam out of the walls and get the CFCs out of it. And we also take the refrigerants and the oil out. And so over 95% of the materials that went into making it are separated and repurposed.
All right, so let's see how Amanda's old refrigerator is going to be demanufactured.
Okay, we got it right here, so let's go. So the first thing that we do, Tom is pulling the doors off, and we're going to put them into one of those bins over there, and then he'll take the interior parts out, and then we'll put it on this conveyor and rolled up to a state-of-the-art evacuation machine that sucks out the refrigerant and the oil simultaneously and even cleans the oil so it can be reused as clean mineral oil.
Oh, you're kidding.
So that's what we're going to show you next.
All right, let's see it. All right, this is where it all happens, huh?
This is where it happens, and we're going to need safety goggles for this thing, so let's go ahead and put them on now anyway. The fridge is going to be taken up in the air. The door on that chute will open up, and then it'll drop in. The door closes, and we pull a vacuum on it.
So you've got different things coming out of different pipes here?
Of all these different chutes, yeah. So this is polyurethane foam, and it's actually in the walls of the fridge.
Oh, right, I see.
So what we're doing is we're shredding the whole carcass.
Yeah, okay.
And this that was in the walls is going to be turned into a powder.
Oh, yeah.
See that? So that's going to be the powder. And the gas that was in those billions of bubbles is going to be a liquid, and it's going into that container.
Ah, and that gets destroyed like the other gas.
It gets destroyed like the CFC-12.
And it should be pretty easy to separate out the metal that's magnetic, right? Ferrous metal?
Correct. What we do is we have magnets in here that separate the steel.
Well, let's see what happened to Amanda's refrigerator.
Okay.
This is all the ferrous metal that's
left? This is the ferrous metal, and here it is. You can see all the green.
Oh, yeah.
That's Amanda's refrigerator, or it was. Now it's separated into tiny pieces. And the foam is in those bags, and the plastic, aluminum, and copper comes into this bag, and then we're going to take that in and have it separated with eddy currents. We dump them into that hopper, and then that hopper has all these conveyors. There's another magnet here that we separate any steel that got through.
Right.
We separate it again after it got shredded, and that goes into the first bin.
Okay.
Copper and aluminum go through there and get separated by eddy current, and then the plastic drops here. That's plastic, and what will happen to that is we'll send that to a plastic recycler, and they will turn that into pellets. They separate the ABS from the hips, and then they can make things like computers, cell phones, laptops, all that kind of stuff, iPads.
Yeah. So this is it then? This is the end of the road?
That's the end of the road. There's nothing left. Yeah.
Well, Michael, by now I think many of our viewers are probably wondering if they're eligible to recycle their old refrigerators and freezers. How would they go about doing that?
Since we offer this program in 32 states in the U.S. with 150 utilities, what they can do is go to jaycoinc.net, enter their zip code, and it'll pop up if their zip code is eligible. So since we did about 500,000 fridges across the country last year, there's a good chance there'll be a program in their area.
And I'll tell you what, we'll link to your site from ours, designingspaces.tv. You can also go to the Think Green section, watch this segment and other segments from today's show. Michael Dunham and everybody at Jayco Environmental, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, Jeff.
And for Designing Spaces Think Green, I'm Jeff Wilson.
Fresh water, so necessary for life, is a precious commodity. And quite often, municipalities are pushed to the limits when droughts or seasonal dry spells occur. We can all do some things that are pretty simple to conserve water. Never pour water down the drain when there may be another use for it. Use it to water your indoor plants or garden. Repair dripping faucets by replacing washers. 1 drop per second wastes 2,700 gallons of water per year. Retrofit all household faucets by installing aerators with flow restrictors. Install an instant hot water heater on your sink. Insulate your water pipes to reduce heat loss and prevent them from breaking. Install a water softening system only when the minerals in the water would damage your pipes. Turn the softener off while on vacation. These water-saving tips were brought to you by FEMA and your friends at Designing Spaces Think Green. We all want clean water and a healthier ecosystem. We also want to find ways to lower our cost of living while maintaining efficient households. The technologies are here now, and they're improving our lifestyles and the environment. Let's keep moving in the right direction towards a healthier world. For Designing Spaces, Think Green, I'm Ted Brunson. What do we want to leave behind for future generations? Will it be the gift of preservation or the debt of the careless destruction of our planet's ecosystems? All of us have the power and ability to make a difference. We have a choice, and it's a choice like never before in human history. Together, let's make the right decision and move towards a healthier world.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/dspacestv or friend us on Facebook. Type in the words Designing Spaces. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.